Good day, dear students. Welcome to our English lesson. Today, our topic is radio interview. The contents of today's lesson are listening and listening activities on radio interview. Once we're finished, we will learn a new grammar topic, irregular verbs in affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and questions. In order to practice it, we will have several grammar activities at the end of the lesson. Before we listen to a radio interview, let's do a small warm-up activity. Look at the image and choose the correct options to the questions that you see on your right. Stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. Where are the people? In a studio. What are they doing? Asking and answering questions. They look interested. Okay, well done. Now it is time to listen to a radio interview. Once you're finished, please complete the sentences that you see below.
Good evening. This is John Green from Radio Teen. Today, we're talking to Anna Beckett about urban myths. What are urban myths, Anna?
Hi, John. Well, they're stories, and in the past, people talked about them at school, in the park. But now, people often write these stories online, and then millions of people read or listen to them.
But these stories aren't always true, right?
Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. Anna talks about stories people talk about. Mystery Man is an example of an urban myth. It is possible to find false stories on the internet. Well done. Now let's do one more listening activity. If needed, you can listen to the interview again. Once you're done, please choose the correct options for the questions that you see on the slide. Stop the video and do the activity.
Good evening. This is John Green from Radio Teen. Today, we're talking to Anna Beckett about urban myths. What are urban myths, Anna?
Hi, John. Well, they're stories, and in the past, people talked about them at school, in the park. But now, people often write these stories online, and then millions of people read or listen to them.
But these stories aren't always true, right?
Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. John works at Radio Teen. Mystery Man has red eyes. Anna and John want more urban myth. Anna did not give this advice. Share it with a friend right away. Well done. Now let's check your memory. Let's do a final listening activity. Write T for true or F for false. Stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. One day, John Green interviewed Anna Beckett. It is true. They weren't urban myths in the past. It is false. Years ago, people talked about urban myths at school. It is true. People read and listen to urban myths online now. It is true. Anna Beckett read about Mystery Man yesterday. It is false. There were false stories on the internet last week. It is true. Well done. Now it is time for a new grammar topic, irregular verbs in affirmative sentences. I remind you that we use the past simple to talk about actions that happened in the past. As we learned from our previous lessons, there are two groups of verbs, regular and irregular. While regular verbs have some spelling rules, irregular verbs do not follow spelling rules, and you need to memorize them. Let's check some examples. For example, base form, go, in the past simple looks like went. Let's look at an example sentence. Yesterday I went to school. Another verb is have. Past form of have is had. We had a great lunch. Read has the same form in the past, but it's pronounced differently. It is read. I read a book last night. Say in the past will be said. She said hello to me. See in the past is saw. They saw a rainbow. And the last verb for today is take. In the past is took. He took a photo. Now it is time to speak about irregular verbs in negative sentences and questions. In negative sentences, we use a construction did not or didn't plus base verb. In questions, we use did plus base verb. Let's check some examples. In the past simple, go will be went. But when it comes to creating negative sentence, we write it in the following way. I did not or I didn't go to school. In question, it looks like that. Did you go to school? When it comes to had, we say we didn't have a great lunch. Or did they have a great lunch? If you remember, read in the past pronounced like read. But in negative sentence, we use a base verb, so we pronounce it in the following way. I didn't read a book last night. Did you read a book last night? Now let's talk about said. In the negative sentence, it looks like that. She didn't say hello to me. In question, did she say hello to you? Now, saw. They didn't see a rainbow. Did they see a rainbow? And lastly, took. Again, we use a base verb of took, which is take. He didn't take a photo. Did he take a photo? Now let's check how well you understood irregular verbs topic. Complete the sentences using the past form of irregular verbs. Stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. I went to Barcelona on my last holiday. My friends and I had lunch at school yesterday. Everybody in my class read the post about Mystery Man. Camila took a lot of photos on her trip to Cancun. I wanted a different book, so I said, let's go to the library. Well done. Now let's do one more grammar activity. Put the words in brackets in the correct order. Stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. It is time to check your answers. The first sentence looks like that. I didn't post stories about Mystery Man. I didn't go to the cinema yesterday. My friends and I didn't read this story last year. My dad didn't take a bus to hospital. And last one, you didn't see the author of the book. Well done. Now it is time to do our final grammar activity for today. Complete the sentences so they're true for you. Use the correct past form of both regular and irregular verbs that you see below. Now stop the video and do the activity. Welcome back. Now I would like to show you my sentences so that you compare with yours. In 2024, I went to New York. Last year, I had a road trip to different regions. Yesterday, I read a book about animals. This morning, I took my dog for a walk. 2 days ago, I said to my brother that study better. Last weekend, I saw a trailer for a new movie. In the summer, I posted my trip to Georgia. After school, I played video games with my sister. On my last birthday, I traveled to Seoul. When I was younger, I studied English at university. Well done. Dear students, I'm very proud of you. As we reach the end of the lesson, it is time to think what we did today. Today we had a listening and listening activities about different urban myths, including a mystery man. Once we finished with listening, we also had a new grammar topic, which is irregular verbs in affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and questions. You also did a great job when it comes to grammar activities. Thank you. See you next time.